that.
What if you wanted fat though? What?
And you're gonna be putting it in the air fryer. You put it in your booth.
You got a packet of boof.
I got a packet of boof. I'm gonna go in a pack too.
You don't have to turn that shit on.
I got a packet of boof. Is it even plugged in, bro?
Yeah, it's plugged in.
It's not plugged in, huh? Come here. Now you got a snack, right? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand why that happened to you? Do you understand why that happened to you, sir?
I said it before I checked, and I was like,
I looked at it, I was like,
I smell an imaginary trail over here. I was
like, I'm looking at the thing, I'm like, that's a USB. Oh, it got wireless on it? It got wireless on it?
Oh, I literally was like, I was like,
that's something that happened to JoJo. He'd be like, oh, with a shocked face.
I literally was like, there's nothing there, bro.
I was like, he said,
I was like, look at me, my face is already all twisted up and shit. Oh, man.
Did you blow a packet of boof?
I might as well have.
I blew a packet of boof. I don't know, I don't know, tooth. I just lost me a tooth. I just lost me a tooth.
That's crazy.
I blew a packet of boof. I just lost me a tooth.
You be a legend. If you was rapping so hard you lost a tooth?
Yeah, I blew a packet of poof and the tooth came out. I just lost me a tooth too.
You said Kanye?
I blew a packet of boof. Ooh, like, boof. I just lost me a tooth.
Like, what hard syllables in boof that you gotta be spitting out of your fucking word for?
Boof. That's what happened in JoJo.
That did happen in JoJo.
I think lost the tooth and had a list.
Yeah. Cause some around him was the cane or some shit.
Baby. Ooh, hanging with my man, Elsa Cooper. Yeah.
Man, I had more door than I had us. Like we had special.
But did you have Dora the Explorer?
I didn't.
What about Diodora?
What was that? I didn't so familiar.
Deodora's? I think it's called Deodora. It was a brand.
Who was?
Deodora.
What was that about?
I don't know. Deodora.
I wanna spend my life with you.
Matter of fact, it's in the picture with Drake and he's walking and he's looking back like this and he's got an outfit on. He got a Deodora outfit on.
He was looking back at it.
I don't want to say he was because he kind of was. Yes, Deodora. I remember that was a big thing. I remember Philly people like, oh, Deodora. I never had any Deodora.
Philly niggas can't dress though. Say something. They can dress better in Detroit niggas. I wish you would.
Go ahead. Y'all have a different style of dressing because y'all got a jit everywhere.
Nah, we were the dressers, bro. Niggas be dressing in whatever, dog.
Okay.
Jitting in whatever.
With your Cartiers?
Yeah.
Everybody, you born, when you're born in a hospital, you come in a pair of Cartiers?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, it's a placenta. No, it's Cartiers.
Cartiers.
My bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cartiers with the wood grain. If you from Detroit, you know.
I'm not from Detroit, from Philly.
I know you know. It's cool though. I accept you as you are, bro.
Please do. I know I'm not nothing compared to you and your Detroitism.
You ready?
Equip.
That doesn't answer any of the
I was reading words they popped up. Those are just read words.
Episode 152 of Cleaning Dishes.
Two.
Hope everyone's well. Hope we're all doing good today on this wonderful Saturday morning.
You shit that dog out?
It's 12:40 p.m. Why you put me on blast, bro? What's wrong with you?
I always ask you shit to die. I ask you every episode.
I know, but it's still funny. Cause I definitely try to get like fake offended and shit.
Oh, okay, I'll go with it. Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know. I'm trying to ride, bro. I'm trying to be a better support. I'm trying to be a better support.
You actually been really supportive of me, bro.
I changed that. Huh? Like, damn! Like, what?
I just sent it.
But they wasn't one of Deodora's.
It's notification on your phone.
Notification? That's a big word, huh?
What's the biggest word you know?
Encyclopedia. No, I don't know.
What's the biggest word that you know that you actually use? That's the real question.
Fred, because I'm a star.
I cannot debate that. I can debate you doing that, though. Relax.
For wrestling. No, what's the biggest word that I know? I remember somebody asked somebody that they said agriculture. I was so weird.
I remember that. And I was like, that's legit.
He said agriculture. It was this dude named Wax.
Brilliant Idiot.
Yeah, he knew the answer. Like, he must have known, like, this is the biggest word I know. Like, he knew his answer. He's like, agriculture.
Yeah, off top. Like, I feel like somebody asked that question, you at least have to, like, fake.
He didn't think, like, he's like, agriculture. Like, how did you know that was the limit of your vocabulary was agriculture, bro? Like, yo.
I at least will fake like I didn't know. Even if I already knew what it was in my head, I at least will fake like.
I just say encyclopedia because like, oh, that's a word. I'll say that. But I don't know what the biggest word is. I don't know what the biggest word I use daily is, or regularly is.
I was trying to be like extra smart and think of like a real simple word, but like try to find like the real like how like important it is to people. Like will, like I will go do something, and then like you have a will. Like
you trying to be fake deep.
Yeah, honestly.
Just say that. Just say that. Just say you trying to be fake deep.
I'm trying to make more language. I ain't gonna be your friend like I did last time.
Trying to be fake deep again. Here you go. But we gotta get more of these black platforms. You got one? No. Oh, that shit was hilarious.
I knew the name of it was though.
You did not.
Eventually.
That's fair. That's true. That's fair because that is true. Eventually you knew. Even if it was after the fact, you still knew.
Dang that studio. And now they're on TV now.
And you still don't have it.
I don't have a TV.
Fit. That's fair.
I don't have a TV.
That's fair. Sure.
I don't want to program someone else's TV. That's like that's rude and disrespectful.
But that's not
Yeah, introduce us, bro.
No, go ahead. No, you gonna let you sit in your soak.
Sit in my soak?
Yep.
You got it, champ.
Go ahead. Sit there.
You got it? Go ahead. I need you to introduce us, though.
Nah.
Bro.
I want to hear you try it. Go ahead.
Nah, it feels awkward. I ain't gonna
go. All right, I'm gonna look at you.
It is, damn.
All right, okay. Nigga,
I'm trying to tell you, listen.
No, that was... One more time. All right, let's go. Now you playing. Now you playing.
We only have an hour, dog. Come on.
Hey, I got all the time in the world.
They don't.
Hey, I'm in time.
How you feel?
I'm in time. I got time.
Open up my podcast. It's like 3 hours. No, I ain't doing this one.
I say the same thing. I'm like, ooh, that's a movie. That's a Snyder's cut. I'm good. It's a Snyder's cut of the podcast.
Don't get me started on that again.
Episode 152 of Clear Dishes. How y'all doing?
I already did that already.
Now me and you again.
All right. You already know who it is. It's Thomas, a.k.a. Tommy Two Toes, a.k.a.
Let's go!
Tommy Guns, a.k.a. Tommy Two Toes.
Tofu Tommy, a.k.a. Let's go!
With my co-host.
Fantastic.
You can't say fantastic like that.
Oh, Fred. Yo, you already know what it is. Mr. Fantastic bounce back like elastic, don't melt because not plastic.
There it is.
Here with the one and only.
T. Us, Reno Jr. and Thomas.
Ooh-wee! Let's go. You know what I mean? You already got the AKAs. You already know who it is. You know what I'm saying?
Then I feel like they should know now.
If they don't know now, they know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So how you doing? How you doing? What's up?
I'm doing well. Got my hair cut, so I'm fresh to death. You already see. I'm just camera see it. Then might break the camera. Sharp. Watch out.
Don't get me started on that.
Take that 4K, make it 8K. It's over here bright, baby. Look at this shit.
I see you want in 4K, say less. I got you.
High res haircuts, you know what I'm saying? You see us.
High res haircuts.
My Embo got his fresh cut. Say what's up. You know what I mean? I see you, Tom, with the fresh cut.
Hey, man, you already know what it is. I got my hair retwisted, got my hair cut. When this come out on, the hair on this thing? When this month come out on Wednesday,
you better watch out. You better have those 8K displays ready.
make sure you wear your Cartiers to protect your eyes, you know what I'm saying?
What grain?
Wood grain on the side, please. Preferably, please. Don't play yourself. And don't go to Rouge Park, they'll steal it. But,
yeah, Rouge Park. Don't know anything about anything? So you know I'm from Detroit.
I'm like, what you know about Rouge Park, nigga?
Like, Baton Rouge, like, nigga, no.
Well, my homie got shot at Rouge Park one time.
Damn, one time, like it's not supposed to happen more than once. That's crazy.
I mean, he was shot there. I'm pretty sure no other people got shot in different places.
Why did someone in this park? Like, after the first nigga got shot, I was still going.
I mean,
but that was him, though.
You only live once.
Yeah, you die once, too, nigga. Like, that's the crazy part. You ever know that?
Do you know? Except we die every day, we go to sleep. Because sleep is the cousin of death.
Go ahead. Be more fake deep so I can get into this. I'm not
I'm going to fake deep to you because you ain't really woke yet. It's all good.
Because I'm asleep. I'm dead.
Nah, clearly you woke. think you woke. Nah, but it's all good.
I'm dead then because I'm not woke.
Your subconscious is trying to waking up, but you keep suppressing.
So my subconscious is dead.
See, you trying to jump the gun. You gotta relax and take it in.
I'm trying to be on your page, sir.
That's why I've been doing yoga lately, trying to open my chakras and align myself. You can't say that in the neck. That's real shit.
Not when you do it.
I'll let you tell it. No, I've been good, you know what I'm saying? I have been doing yoga, trying to align my chakras. Well, that part is a joke. But I have been doing yoga. Tweaked my neck last week. I've been back at it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get back in the groove of things.
Yo, this man, when he said tweaked, he broke that shit. That shit was crazy. It was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to turn left to look right and shit. That shit was crazy. Man, look. I know God look over me, bro. That's all I know.
Nigga was like, just look back at it. He was like, just the whole time.
Man. You know how important some muscles is until you can't use them no more?
Yep. Some joints stop working. Ain't supposed to work. You be like, hey, hold on.
I was like, the day I injured it, I took the day off from work. I couldn't do shit.
He said he tried it. He said, I tried it.
I did like half a day, and I kept trying to look to my right, and I was like,
Like how?
You know, I thought I had a real life blue screen error. What's up? You good?
No, I was trying to think of if we already talked about that one show or not. I thought we did. But,
one show or?
That one movie.
You said One Dance? The two I have on there we didn't talk about. I know that for sure.
But you know what? I need a one dance.
Hey, Shaba. You want ready to get into it?
I'm always ready to get into it, brother.
All right. So, one of the movies that we saw this week was Nymphomaniac Vol.1. And I didn't write the details on that shit. Actually, I did. Close enough. So, Nymphomaniac stars Charlotte Gainsbourg, stylist Skarsgård, Shia LaBeouf. How you pronounce that?
That's why I'm laughing, because I couldn't
I saw that A. I saw the circle above his A.
Skarsgård? I don't know. Skarsgård? I don't know.
Silent Battlestar Galactica?
That's fair. At this point, that's fair.
No.
That's fair.
So, Nymphomaniac Vol.1 is a young lady found beaten in a back alley is rescued by a neighbor who, upon saving her, share stories back and forth. But the young lady's stories is focused on her sexual endeavors and her sexual escapades.
I like the way you said that. That's pretty cool.
Hey, freestyle. Hey, that shit was freestyle.
That's made it more impressive.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good word. Escapades is a good word. Endeavors is a good word.
Escapades is one of my favorite words because Janet Jackson. What's wrong with you?
I was like that one, Shai.
I know. I knew you was going there too. But I was like, nah, I ain't gonna fall for the trap. No. So I suggested this movie. I seen like, I'm gonna say 5-6 years ago. Probably way more than that. I'm gonna say 10. Yeah. 10.
Oof.
And
Is that old, huh?
it's pretty old. Cause I remember when I saw it, I was already like 2 years behind.
Damn.
And cause like Nymphomania, it's basically someone that's like obsessed about sex. It's like a Nymphomania. I can't think of anything. I can't think of another maniac. Megalomaniac. I don't know what megalo means, so we're gonna go with something else.
Hey, bro, you know what?
What's up?
I don't know either.
Basically, Nymphomaniac is someone that's like basically like crazy about sex.
What's a megalomaniac? I gotta look it up.
Please do. I know it's a song by not Nirvana, by Incubus. Yes.
Very good.
Thank you. And so, so it's 2 parts. The Vol.1 kind of sets up the whole situation.
It's like a mixtape.
No, it's not.
It sounds if I said it's Vol.1.
Oh, yeah.
Mixtape's a mixtape.
It's only 2 though. This is better than the drop was over though. But anyway.
Because her drop was not over, clearly. Like,
No, Nymphomaniac. She tells a story about it's basically like how she first discovered her sexuality at a young age. And then like as she gets older, she experiments more things, talks about how she lost her virginity. And that's the part that kind of like I connected with, because like a lot of times you only hear about women telling their stories about growing up fast, and also just like, oh, like, this is what sex was for me or is for me. Our character took it to a different level, because she definitely was out here. She was out here wilding, but it was great because it's like, yo, like she really was just out here doing her thing.
What you say? She rocking that thing like she was out there.
But I know you said that you enjoyed the connections that, because she was telling a story and the person she was talking with was making the connections to his hobby, which was fly fishing or just fishing in general.
Yeah, he was a fishing, and the way the movie starts out at one point, just to give you some idea of how they tie things together. He had this lure, like a fishing lure, on his wall, like one of his favorite lures or something. She asked him what that was, blah blah blah, and he kind of explained. And then she started telling his story, and he was like, "Oh, it's funny you asked me about that, because actually that type of lure is called a nymph."
Yep.
And so you kind of already see the connection there. And then as she went down, and then she goes further along in her story, and she's explaining, and she's mostly like explaining what she did. There are he would be able to tell like, oh, that's like this. We do that in fishing. It's called this. Mm-hmm. It's just like this. It's just like that. And so that's what he's been doing like the whole entire movie. And it almost feels kind of like a therapy session almost. Like she's telling the story, and then he almost like not diagnoses, but like asks the questions and discover. We call them discovery questions. Asks the discovery questions to find out more.
Yeah.
And then as she's answering that, he's in a kind of categorize certain things, I guess, if you will, and kind of like, oh, like this and third, this and third. So maybe not therapy, more of an interview. I would say not therapeutic, but more of an interview kind of thing. He's like, you know, because she asks the question, she answers, and he's able to give like, oh, this is what it's like this, and make it give it something, give it a title, give it a thing, so she's not gonna recall it better or something. It's pretty interesting.
Right.
So I liked it for that reason. And then some of the situations were just so messy. So that made it kind of interesting too. Like it got really bad. And you're like, yo, you at a point where you're wilding. Like you are wild. Like she was wild at one point, bro. Like the things that was happening was crazy.
I'm going to defend her because I feel like if I was a woman, I would be pretty much like her in a way. Not 100% her, but definitely I'd be a good 50-75%. But no, I feel like she just was claiming her feminism.
Nah, she was like destroying, like, nah, like, you can still do that, but like, when you start, like, destroying, allowing, like, okay, the whole situation happened, like, there was no remorse.
Spoiler.
Like, there was a lot of situations where there was, like, no remorse with her. Like, oh, well, it happened, like, I just destroyed our entire family, like, or I assisted in destroying his whole entire family, this whole situation, and, like, not that the dude didn't have nothing, obviously he had something to do with it, because he was one of the,
all to do with it.
And he was like, yeah, let's do this, but, like, she didn't even say, like, no, like, let's be clear, no, like, this can't, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because she kind of was like, yo, like, I'm going to do, I have a dinner date at such and such time.
Right, and then she told him, like, oh, yeah, if you weren't at 7:30, I could be with you, whatever.
I thought that's where she messed up at.
That's what I'm saying, like, so then that happened, and then as this happening, she's just sitting there, and, like, the family's just falling apart, right? Like, it was crazy.
So what would you do in that situation? So you messing with someone, and you know they have, like, a lover. That person leaves, comes back with all their things, and he's like, y'all broke up.
After I told him, like, yo, if we weren't together, I could be with you.
No matter what you told him. Well, actually, it does make a difference.
That makes a huge difference. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what I was like, yeah, like, if I told him that, and I was like, oh, like, I was like, no, like, this is, like, no, I was just being, like,
nah.
You have to break it to him in the worst way possible. Like, yo, like, I was being a dickhead. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
3 kids in the house and a wife. You wouldn't want to say shit. You would be like,
oh yeah, I was well before it got to that point. Like when he first started moving.
The first time, okay.
Yeah, like you trying to be like, oh hey, like no, like that doesn't work for me. I'm not ready for that. Like or something. But I also think she was just so shocked at it all happening.
Yeah.
She was just like, holy cow, and like it just escalated so quickly. Even I was like, oh, the tea, like yo that pot was boiling over. Like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, no, like, it was kind of dope because a lot of times growing up, when you ever heard, as a kid growing up, you heard about a woman that wants sex right away. Oh, she's disgusting. She's
loose.
Like, yeah.
Jezebel. I've heard it all, bro. Jezebel.
Succubus. I've heard succubus. I've heard a lot. So like,
yo, that's go ahead. Being called succubus is crazy though.
That's crazy. Like, that's crazy, right? So growing up like that, and you hear that kind of stuff, like, damn, that's crazy. But then, like, as you get older, you understand more, like, they like sex too. Like, they like sex and want to do things, you know what I mean? It doesn't make them no lesser, no more of a human than anybody else, like, you know what I mean?
Preach.
And so, it was like, all right, so to see the situation happening out, I was like, okay, yeah, like, you just really like sex. Like, that's really what you really like sex. Like, that's just your thing. Okay, cool. And so, I didn't look at it, like, oh, she up. I never, like, said that about her. I was like, oh, she's already doing her thing. Like, she like it. And because she's not doing it by herself.
Of course not.
Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Like she's doing it with somebody. And so like it was kind of crazy to see how her story unfolded, like how, like when she started and how she got started and like how not nonchalant, but yeah, it was kind of nonchalant how it all started and the situation she ended up in because of it and stuff. It was like, wow, jeez.
They say a lot of times, from what I heard, a lot of women start off young, like at a young age, they kind of have that moment of like, oh, like this is something's here. I don't know what it is or what it means, but this is here. And they kind of like some women explore, some women don't, and it can be at a young age.
I would say the part that kind of had me like, oh, you nasty, was when they were super young and they were like, we gonna smash her a bag of candy. Remember?
That was crazy.
They was on a train and So they get on the train at some point in the movie. She's like 15, I think, at this point, at this age. Her and her friend are like 15 years old, and they decide they make a bet with each other. The goal was we're going to get on this train ride and try to have sex with as many people as possible, and whoever had sex with both those people wins the bag of candy.
That's the only part I was mad at. Is the part like, what's the prize? Bag of candy. Like,
yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what? Like that?
I have candy in the house.
It was, yeah. That to me was just like, whoa, like for a bag of candy, dog.
But I think that in actuality, it's not about the candy. It's about just like claiming that prize.
Oh, right. It was the fact that you were able to dominate more people than this other person. You know what I'm saying? You dominated more men. You got this. You got that. 'Cause that's what they were going for. The target was men, and then she
Don't give away that part.
I'm not gonna give away that part. I was just like. Then she like they go through the candy basically. She long story short, she got the candy, and it was just like, oh wow, like it. To me, that was kind of like I wonder, do people still go for like things like that? Like it's like, oh yeah, we gonna do it for, because to me that's so minute. Like that's such a minute thing to go through and be like, yo, we gonna throw it, we gonna risk a lot.
Well, remember that time one person told us that story about how these two girls played rock paper scissors to see if they gonna smash this dude or not. Yeah, so I think that still happens.
I think that's what we kind of talking about it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think
that idea or that concept is still around as far as like kind of like.
Oh yeah, like
the game part of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think in that situation, but here's the difference. Here's one of the differences. Though in that situation, the girls were significantly older. Like they were actually adults making these decisions versus me being kids. Like it was adults versus them being like kids, and they even think of that mindset. Like, but that think like you know, like I don't know. I think
you know what I just thought about? What? They were 15, and everyone on that train was definitely older.
That's what I'm saying. They were 15 years old with men, like grown men on the train.
Yo, I didn't think about that.
That's why I was like, yo, these girls were like 15 on the train. They dressed up. They purposely dressed up to look older and stuff. And dudes was like partaking and stuff. They would take these girls and go to the train bathroom and do things. And it wasn't like this time, the next time that we add up, it was like all in one ride.
Yeah, they
no pun intended, but it was all on this one train ride.
They was in double digits. Like if the train ride was like, if the train ride was 4 hours.
Yeah, they both. I think they ended up. Because I think the one girl had like 10 bodies or 11 bodies.
I think it was more than that, bro.
But they both was in the double digits for sure. Cause no, the other girl was I think it was like. Because the other girl was losing, but then she did this one thing and made her be like, oh, I gotta give you all the points. You gonna win this. Yeah, because she that was crazy, man. It's about her like showing the simplicity of man and how easy it was to be like boom, boom, boom.
It's funny. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, men are idiots.
Like the simplicity, like dudes, because the same I'm talking about how these women, how these young girls are throwing away things. These dudes are throwing away like relationships or risking, not throwing away, but risking. Yeah. They both are just risking things. They're risking relationships, everything. For this quick instance.
It's like thrown away if you get caught. You're right that they definitely were risking it.
It's a high risk, high reward. That's crazy. That's nuts. That was the reward. Nuts.
I want to put this movie in my top 10, but it's definitely like it's in my top 50 movies.
I can't place it yet, but it's really. I thought it was really good. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And because even though they showed things, even though they showed a lot, they didn't make it so grotesque where it felt like you were watching pornography.
Right.
But they kept it. They didn't make it like that, but it felt because of the way they showed things, it felt more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It had a more realistic approach to it. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty interesting. And then about how they get to a point. How they come to a point where they kind of want to get out that situation, or they looking for, or they realize they want something real and then they can't obtain it or whatever it is. Yep. I thought that was very interesting too. Like they showed like the process of how you get to the situation and the consequences of it and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I did like the movie. Shai Labeouf's in it,
which he definitely has issues going on with his life. I won't get into his personal business, but yeah.
Shai Labeouf was in it. Who else? Charlotte Gainsbourg. Stellan Scatter. I think Stellan plays the guy. His name is Siegelman in the movie.
Thank you. Yes.
Siegelman, and he plays the fisherman. I guess you would call him.
Yes.
That she's talking to, and the girl's name was Joe.
Thank you. I can't remember her name. Joe for Joe Biden.
Okay, yeah.
One of my favorite scenes. I don't know if you peeped this. One of my favorite scenes was when she talked about her 3 lovers.
Yeah.
The dude that she describes, she says that he walks like a cat. That's always one of my favorite one. Like.
That was pretty cool. I didn't like when he did it. Like that was hard. That part of the movie was hard. Yeah, I was like, that was hard.
I love it. I was like, oh no, she mentioned it. And he's like, he had cat-like features. Like she'll open the door to invite him in, but he wouldn't come in. He just be on his own accord when he wanted to do things and shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who he was in this movie because he was pretty cool. Like how he maneuvered, how he walked and stuff like that. He was pretty cool. Like she opened the door, he just sat there. I was like, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, he just sat there. She just looked at him like. And she kind of went in. She kind of thought he was gonna come in and kiss her, but he just walked past her like he didn't want nothing to do with her. Like type.
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, he walked past like a cat would. Like walk past you, not like, ignore you, and then be like meow.
I got better things to do.
Yep.
Moving away, peasant.
Yep. Oh, that was pretty funny. I was like, oh wow.
As soon as you put that meow mix, you be like meow.
I'm your friend.
I ain't ate in like 5 minutes. I definitely want some of that catnip too.
Yep.
That's my shit though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Volume 2 is a little bit more interesting because the way that level 1, way Volume 1 ends off, she kind of like she loses feeling in a certain sense. Oh
yeah, because she was
Yeah. So 2 is her trying to reclaim that, but it goes down some roads. I don't remember all the details. I remember like certain parts, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, and the way it ends, they let you know like real quick like. I think it's supposed to be continued, didn't it?
Yeah, yep.
And it's like you just know, like, oh, there's supposed to be more to this. It's like watching a really long show.
Together, it's supposed to be 4 hours long. On some like Justice League bullshit, but
yeah. It's when I hear that by
No, but I'm glad they don't put it all together. They just kind of have like Volume 1, Volume 2, because that's why it feels like 2 different movies when you watch it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the second one. Probably not this weekend. But,
Sunday, probably.
Yeah.
I think all women should watch this because they definitely it's different levels to it. Like the Secretary, remember we watched the Secretary? I feel like all women should watch that one too. But I feel like watch them for different reasons. One is like the Secretary. I feel like can kind of explore your imagination, whereas Nymphomaniac is kind of like a woman becoming who she is in different ways. Like you can't like some people call her a slut. And it's like no, like. How she wants to conduct her business is her own business. It doesn't involve you.
Mm-hmm.
So like the slut shaming and like I don't know. I feel like that is definitely something like anyone should aspire for. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. I remember seeing that. I was like, yo, this is like it changes my mind on things for me.
Yeah, I think for that reason, if I was going to that, I think for that reason, dudes should watch it too because.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you learn that there are different ways. Like one, there's different ways to love, like different ways to physically and like emotionally and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that the idea and the concept that like you're allowed, like a person, whether man, woman, female, however you identify yourself, is allowed to be explore themselves sexually and not to be titled for it, like not to be called a certain thing for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So long story short, I was gonna say something real ignorant just to be ignorant.
I kind of put a little asterisk by my statement. I would hope that the child is over 18.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I don't know kids watch this, but.
But if a 16-year-old was like, I want to watch this movie, I would be like, hey, so we have a talk. So you can't. I don't. What would I start that conversation? I'm like, well, you can't be out here wilding, but at the same time,
but you should get it. You gonna tell me now that you're not doing it? You just said she can explore herself. Now you can tell me I can't.
So I'm gonna be a black dad and be like, you still live under this roof, right? So it's like, you live here, I pay the bills, so you gotta da. So I'm moving out tonight. Wait a minute, time out. I don't know what you're doing.
Backfire. Not me, everything.
I had $10,000 saved up. Like, where you got this money from?
Yeah. And the reason I wouldn't is because I wouldn't allow for that. It's not because it's much with it's because in that situation because of the fact that there was a lot of there's a part of underage things going on, and I wouldn't want to encourage that. So I'm like, when you're an adult, you can watch that. I'm not gonna watch this with you, but like you can watch this with your mom. So don't put it off on her.
You wouldn't watch this with your daughter?
Nah.
But I would say she's 18, 20.
No, I don't think so, bro.
No, it's fair. It's no right or wrong answer.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want to watch.
That is crazy. Like the movie is crazy.
Like to that degree. If it was like, oh, we're adults, we're watching a movie, and there's a scene in a movie, that's one thing. But to be a movie that's based around multiple scenes, like I'd be like, maybe I don't think we should watch that. I think that's something maybe you want to. That's because you have questions. I'd be like, well.
You can answer questions.
Yeah, she's like, how come Tony don't do it like that? What you gonna say?
What?
Exactly. Exactly. Tony don't never do it like this. You be like, oh shit, like who's Tony? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying no, bro. Like, these are things that can rise from this. I'm good on that. I don't want to take the risk.
Since we playing those advocate, all right, you can watch it with your wife or you can watch it with your daughter.
Watch it with my wife. We can just go back it up.
Your wife is gonna be like, yo, I miss getting like that.
You like, which part did you miss? And she's like, oh.
The 12.
She's like,
she's like, just running in me.
She's like, oh, like, you used to do this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, damn, that's why you good at it now, huh? Or whatever. Or be like, damn, what happened? Like, I don't know, something like.
You better than I am. I definitely go cry in the corner. She's like, I miss the 12 dudes. I'm like,
12 dudes.
I was going to the bathroom, started playing Tony Braxton.
Like, throughout your life?
Nah.
She's like, no, that week. You be like, what? That weekend at Bernie's? But, oh!
You know what? I'm not doing that.
But no, for real, I would just be like,
I feel like if you would do it, you had 12. If you had 12 bodies in one night, that's still wilding. That's hella stamina.
And that's what I think girl or guy, I think I'd just be surprised at your stamina. I'd be surprised at your stamina. Like that's a lot of stamina. Like
you must be.
And I got stamina.
Oh, you want stamina? Like, oh, why don't you do marathons? I do, but
okay, well.
I feel like you need a couple Red Bulls.
I'm drinking rum and Red Bull.
Out of 10 sponges, what would you give this?
It was a smooth 8.
Really?
I think it was 8, 7, 8, somewhere around there. Cause definitely was something that I obviously knowing what the word meant, I expected there to be a lot of different things in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they portrayed it, the storytelling between the two, like her telling the story, I actually like that the most. I think was her telling the story, and him asking questions here and there, but kind of pushing the story forward, and how they kept coming back to it, even when she wouldn't I don't want to talk about it anymore type thing or something. Yeah, they would somehow come back, and she ended up telling more of the story. That's a realistic thing. That's a realistic thing that happens a lot.
She always asks questions. Like she'll be like, I'm done. And then he'll be like, all right, cool. And she'll be like, oh, what's that on the wall? And he'll tell her about that. And then she unlocks the memory in her brain. She's like, oh, I can tell you about this.
And that shit was still, and it would always come back to the stories from how it. Keep telling. Like, I mean, obviously some of it was kind of forced, but it's still the idea behind it was cool. Like, and I think that's kind of, not the sex. Sex wasn't forced, but like the storytelling part. That's what I should clear it up. Yeah. I just want to clear that up. Like, they're like, oh, he nasty, he crazy. I'm telling him, please. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Not what I'm talking about, though.
No,
what about you?
I'll probably give it 8. I feel like those moments made it kind of artistic for me.
Yeah.
Because it's the way that I always feel like it's always great when you have one theme or idea and it connects to many different things.
Yeah.
Like they even had moments of referencing art paintings and shit like that. And I was like, well, I'll be damn.
Yeah, I think my favorite segment would probably be the 3 lovers.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite segments. Because that just showed you could have one dude was very I guess more of the caterer. He kind of catered to her in the sense of I bought her, I actually cared. I bought her flowers, gave her a bath, type of stuff like that. All kind of things like that. And she really enjoyed that.
I bet.
And she had another dude who just came and kind of was I'm getting what I want today and I'm leaving. And she's her cat man basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, damn. And then I forget the last dude. So that dude wasn't the old head, right?
No, it was the lover. It was the what's her man's name? Shia LaBeouf's character name. Jerome. Yes. It was him.
Oh yeah. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay.
I actually mentioned it. Oh boy, that basically she that was the only one that she allowed to do that as far as bathe her and just kind of love her in that manner. And I guess the idea of control comes into play. Of I'm allowing you to do this, so you have control of me for this time period.
Yeah.
Cause she definitely cycling through dudes every 2 hours.
Oh yeah, at one point she was having multiple appointments a day. It was crazy. She literally was finishing up one boy and trying to get him out the house because she had it was 6:30 and she had a 7 o'clock coming.
Yeah. At least she made the other dude bring dinner though.
Yeah, he bought something.
Yeah, he brought a plate or something, but it got interrupted because
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, y'all gotta watch this movie. This was funny. That part was so funny because you're like, what? I like the ending kind of fucked me. I was like, what's happening? That did fuck me up. So you gotta watch that. Definitely check that out. 8 sponges. We'll say 8 sponges, and that's
yeah, it's pretty solid.
8 sponges. I don't know why we did that, but anyway, yeah.
Hey, I roll with it.
8 sponges. Yeah.
8 sponges. I'm down with that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, In Time. That was a good one too.
No, what? It's fun because like I slept on this movie. Because this movie, In Time was this movie, and then there's another movie that had time in it, and there's another movie that had time in it.
There's a lot of movies with time in it though.
I know, right?
Okay.
So let me give more context. So the movie that we watched was In Time with Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried. We watched another movie called Time. We didn't, but I think I wanted to. I'd never seen it. And there's another movie called Time that's like a Korean drama. No, a Korean movie we saw a long time ago. And that one fucked me up. That was like a real good movie. I think it's called, I'm not going to say it, try to butcher your name in Korean. But the one we watched was In Time with Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried. So it's directed and written by Andrew Niccolo. So what would you do if you could live up to 25 years old and every second, minute, and hour you had to work for in a world where time is currency?
Yeah, that's
So like, I remember when did this movie come out?
2011.
2011. Trying to think what else came out around the time. I can't remember. What?
I'm messing with you.
I was like, what did I say? That was funny. So first off, I don't think Justin Timberlake is a good actor, but he always shows up. It's like his third or fourth movie.
Was it up? Yeah, he's not somebody you gonna be like, oh, well, I guess he was a lead role in this, but
Yeah, he was. He carried the whole movie, and like he did this Alpha Dog.
What was Alpha Dog?
It was a story about them capturing this boy that his brother owed him money. Emil Hirsch is in it. Damn, I'm supposed to remember that name. Emil Hirsch is in it. He played in Into the Wild. Justin Timberlake, Emil Hirsch, and someone else. Jesus Christ. But basically, they kidnapped this dude and ended up killing him at the end of the movie. Because his dad was like the kidnapper's dad sold drugs, a whole bunch of other shit. Justin Timberlake was in that. He was in Time, and he's in another movie on Apple TV Plus. So he has movies under his belt, and he probably has more, to be honest with you. He did NSYNC too. I heard that was like an American film.
NSYNC?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about a boy band that had there's all like 5 people. There's like brothers or such, like Michael Jackson. But for a reason, one of the characters wanted to go solo.
That's the part where I started ignoring you.
But no, Justin Timberlake did this movie. I was really surprised, and it actually was better than I thought it would be.
I liked it too.
Damn. Cause I mean, the premise of the movie was good, but you have a good premise and it still sucked.
Yeah.
So I was watching, I was like, oh, this actually is pretty good. So the world like everybody can live. Like they made it where you technically cannot die in this world. You live up to 25 years old, and once you hit 25, you have a timer on your arm that basically counts down to when you die. Now you can't work to get your time like renewed. So if it has 24 hours on there, you work at a job for 8 hours, they pay you. Let's say they pay you 4 hours a day. So now your hours go from 24 to 28, but it still counts down. So you have 24 hours to live type shit. Shout out to the locks.
Yeah, and so once your timer runs out, you're dead. Like that's a big thing. So your timer runs out, your money runs out, you're dead. And the richer you are, the more time you have. Because much time is currency. So what was happening is they were showing how like in the poor because they had the things divvy up in the zip codes or
zones, redlining.
Zones red. They do major redlining. So what would happen is like you would be like if you were born in a poor area. Y'all all were born, you lived your life up until 25, and 25, boom, your clocks start. And then as soon as it starts, like you're given a certain amount of time, you go. Like one girl was, the rich people, when their clock started, she started at 50 years or something like that?
Oh yeah, she
or 15, I think it was like 15 years or something.
I think she had her initial thing, whatever, and then her parents basically give her another set of time. It was like you said, it was like 10 years.
Yeah, they like gave her something crazy, like just for like for hitting 25, like 25th birthday. Here you go, boom. So imagine that offer you're given this time. The area you live in is so much nicer. Everything's so much better. Like for you here,
the suburbs of the suburbs.
Yeah, and then like in the meantime, you go to poor areas. Like people literally have like are like the highest thing is like a day, like less than a day or whatnot. Like it's crazy. And so what ends up happening is Justin Timberlake's character ends up being raised in the streets and stuff, being raised in a poor area, so he's understood the streets a lot more street savvy. He was kind of a gambler and stuff like that.
He's getting out the mud.
Yeah, and so as he really was, but as that was happening, he ends up running into a situation happens at a bar, and he ends up saving this guy's life. But the guy he ends up saving was like a super rich dude, like super rich, like one of the richest dudes.
He basically had attorney on his forearm.
Yeah, like he had he had some time, like a lot of time on him, and but he was like being around for so long, he was done with living. He's like, I've been around for like 125 years. I'm done with living. I don't want to be around anymore. So long story short, he gives his time to the person that saved him, which is Justin Timberlake's character, whose name was
Roscoe.
His name was not Roscoe, was it?
No.
Roscoe. Will. His name was Will. Will Salas.
Oh.
And so he ends up giving him the time. And so Will wakes up. He's got all this time on his hands. Mind you, he was just poor, like possibly going to die within the next few hours if he didn't get more time or go to work or something.
Yeah.
And now he's super duper rich, and so he ends up basically getting himself. Some things happen. He ends up taking himself out of the hood and going to the rich area to see how things are like. And the thing was too, when you had more time, you moved more leisurely. Like that was a big thing because you could move slower. You could afford to move slow. You didn't have to run around and stuff.
That fucked me up.
So that was huge.
That fucked me up.
So like if you were walking fast or running, they automatically knew like you were poor because like you were running around. Like why were you rushing? Why are you such a rush? Like we're rich, we don't have to do this.
I remember in the subtitle somebody had said, "Look at that brokey." It's like broke boy coming through. I remember him saying that too. Yeah, watch with the subtitle. That's what they said.
This dude is word broke boy. That's like his secret.
That's my Achilles heel. That's my kryptonite.
That's definitely your kryptonite. You be like, you think you hear, you go crazy. I'm like, all right.
Yes, that's true.
I was like, nigga, come on, bro.
I can call myself broke all I want. Cause no, I'm not broke. But you don't know I'm broke. My bad, continue.
Like, yes, I do.
He
was running around.
That's why you do this, bro. I was running around.
He was on a bike. You had a bike. No, but they was like running around. It was crazy. So like,
I don't sleep in the bed. I sleep in a bike.
Just so you can go. It's a car bag just so you can go faster. Anyway, they don't sleep. They take power naps in that area. Like, I can afford to sleep. Like that's crazy.
You playing? They really did.
Yeah, they did. But no, eventually that people he ends up meeting because of where he came from and where he is, he's just able to see opportunity and see different things, stuff like that. And the situation he gets into, because he was granted all this time, he gets some deep shit. So it's about him trying to get through all that and like. Long story short, they're trying to overthrow the system. That's the ultimate goal, is trying to overthrow the system.
Right.
And it kind of becomes a time-based Bonnie and Clyde. It was pretty cool.
Yes, actually, yeah.
But the movie was good. Like the concept was like the idea of like, because low key is kind of what you do. Like some people have their own business, do their own thing, and don't have to worry about rushing around doing all kinds of stuff. While the others are forced to work the 9 to 5 and don't have anything else outside of that. So they kind of have to. They're forced to kind of hustle and bustle as much as possible to get their money and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's not that different of what it really is. It's just instead of just calling it money, they call it time. You're just trying to trade it one for the other.
I feel like when you have, because time is finite. Like we all, even right now, we all have the same amount of time, but everybody's time is going to end differently. Mm-hmm. And I think it's different when you know that, like, I only have 24 hours to live. Like
what call?
Like, what would you do in those 24 hours? You know what I'm saying? I'll give you that too. Like, what you gonna do in that 24 hours? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna deny that your ass about to die, or you know what I'm saying? So like, I basically I'm saying like I wonder when they was writing this, like how they were able to switch the currencies, but also keep it on the same level of urgency, or can say any type of like I see it's a higher level of struggle, or like a high level of struggle.
Right, because if you run out of money, you could just be homeless and run around and chucking something. But if you run out of time and you die, it's a wrap.
Yeah, there's no coming back. There's no refund. Cause I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give you some time. It was like that's what I thought was dope. It's like you could trade time.
Yep, that was cool. I did so like you would like do a handshake thing and then turn your thing over, and you could grant somebody a certain amount of time. Like, and they would play gambling games like that, like where like y'all would hold hands and y'all would like kind of almost like arm wrestle kind of.
Yeah,
and it was all for time and stuff like that. Yeah, it was crazy. It was pretty cool.
It's funny because like because they do a lot of moments of like kind of like the setup of how they basically want you to see your character. Like you kind of get the idea like, oh, he's a good gambler.
Yeah.
Because I think like, he alluded that his dad was a gambler, or he had a mindset of a gambler and shit like that.
His daddy was a gambler. At one point, he comes in saying, "Hey." At one point, he comes to the bar. He's like, "Hey, you still owe me for that last game or something like that." So the idea was just trying to give you the hint that like he was just nice with it. I think at one point he had cards. Something was like, "Oh, you gonna play tonight?" They was asking him was he gonna play, and because they was like begging him.
Yo, that gambling scene was nuts when he was like in the suburbs of the suburbs when he was gambling.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, that shit was nuts. I think about it for real.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was like, that was really dope though, because he gambled like almost all his life.
Yeah,
he did. Matter of fact, he did.
He had like 10 seconds left, and he was able to like certify that he won and get his money in with enough time. I think he had 1 second left before he had got the money back.
Yep.
I was like,
yeah, dude was crazy. He made a hell of money. Because mind you, when he went in there, I think he had like 100 hours or something like that. 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years.
Like 105 years he had.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time he left that gambling table, he ended up with like...
way more than when he came in here.
Yeah, like 900 something. Some astronomical number. Some astronomical number that he had. Because he was almost the richest dude at the table at that by 20 times. Except for that other dude.
Yeah.
That he was sitting across from.
The other dude had a whole, like, he had infinite amounts of time.
Yeah, he's like the bank. He owned the bank or something like that where all the time was stuff.
And I was like...
Yeah. And they was doing stuff like, there would be times where they would run out of time at certain places. So like, they ran out of time, like people would just die. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they purposely would raise the prices in the poor areas so that they could like kind of wash it out and get, control a little bit of control population and boom, boom, boom.
Are you saying inflation?
Yeah.
Only in the neighborhoods?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sounds coincidental. That sounds familiar then, you know what I'm saying?
I never heard it before.
I haven't either.
I haven't heard it before.
It couldn't be possible.
It was, I like the way they broke it down. It was pretty dope.
I feel like I have more appreciation for time a little bit now. Like I may want to watch it again. I mean, that might be my motivational, I didn't use my time more wisely movie.
I do think that the direct correlation with time and money was really dope.
Yes.
I think that was really dope. Like, yeah, like time literally, like in this case, time was money. Like,
if you could pick the age you would die at, what would it be?
The age I would die, like in that movie.
Yeah, to a degree.
I feel like 100 is long enough. Maybe like 120. I feel like that's just long enough to see out with the old and with the new and see how it affected things, and then be enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm definitely ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more enough time for me to have like gotten my shit together, got some literally created generational. With that time frame, you could create generational wealth and then see it go into effect.
Fact, yeah.
And then see how it affects you and kind of help guide. Because that's sometimes that happens, people leave money behind for somebody else and they don't get this help guide.
Yeah.
And so boom, that money goes blown. But like in that situation, I literally get to see it passed down to generations and teach, and so you get generations and generations, like at least 3 generations under you that all have this kind of, not necessarily your same mindset, but have your teachings, like fresh teachings and stuff like that. So the chances of your teachings and stuff like that dying out are a lot slimmer. And then you get to see it in effect. You get to see what they do and don't do and stuff like that. And you kind of can leave like, oh man. Or you could look and see it get blown away. But if you're alive, you could still be like, no, fuck that, and take it back and just redo it.
The idea of like, all right, y'all good, I can go now.
Like, I almost control your legacy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like almost control it a little bit. Like, oh yeah, like, boom.
Having the king be like, I was worried about you, but you turned out good.
Yeah, like
I can go ahead and dip now. Y'all got it.
I think it's kind of dope. Like, I mean, you can see. I think that'd be like the perfect. I think at that point, I would definitely be like, I'm done. Like, I'm definitely done with this. I feel good about moving on. Like, if there was any chances of regrets, I mean, it's more chances to create regrets, but the chances you have, I think, are a lot slimmer because you've gotten to that age, that old age, where you're just like, man, like, yeah,
I did mistakes.
Like, I literally lived life to the fullest and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like I think that'd be time. That's probably what I would do. Like 120, I think, would be like my max. After that, I'm just done. Like, bye.
What age would you want to live forever in? Like wherever age is, like you're locked in at that time until you decide to end it yourself.
I feel like 45 would be a number. Like
45? I thought that's too old.
I feel like 45 is when you at like. I feel like 45 is when a lot of people are like, especially dudes are like really in that mode. Like yo, like I'm not out here. Like I'm not gonna have the energy of a young boy. Like I'm running around. But I think your mindset's pretty solid. You're kind of solid in who you are, I guess. And you're still going to learn and grow. But I think a lot of your habits are kind of like this is how I do things, how I maneuver. How you take care of yourself, stuff like that. You're just what you want. You're kind of at that age of like yeah, no, this is how I feel about it. This is this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more you're more solid within yourself. I think at that age, like you just like yo, like you kind of put things in motion. You kind of be doing your thing. I feel like 45 isn't that old. I feel like 45 is like. I think it's actually a real sweet spot, actually.
My body's already creaky now, so I can't imagine, like, I feel like my hips gonna be dislocated at 45.
Your hips could be dislocated earlier, though. Like, your hips could be dislocated at
But I feel like if you were 25 with bad hips, you was probably doing something crazy. Like, you probably jumped off a bridge and landed on your hip, thinking that was, like, the best way to land.
But hips don't lie.
Oh, they gonna lie, alright.
I don't know. But...
Turn 10 minute oil on that shit. Give me some olive oil, I need it for my hips.
Yeah, because I feel like for me, I feel like any younger than that, you still in that, like, boy, you's a full age. Like I feel like you still. I feel like you still is.
I think 30 is a good age. I think for me 30.
You're still a fool.
No, you not. I feel like.
No, you.
I knew what you meant when I said. No, you not. It's like you trying to say I'm a fool.
Yeah. He was like, oh.
I was like, no, this is Nora. He ain't gonna rebuttal. What did I know?
You won't do that.
I feel like 30. Like, if I was like 30 years old and you keep going, I feel like it's a good age to be like. You know more, but you still kind of have like that energetic stuff about you. But you also kind of like you should be at least be aware of like I'm not doing that. It's not even the tip of like I'm too old for that. It's just like that's not me.
To me, 45 is that age where you're more than old enough for people to respect you as the old head. So I know what the fuckery like because in the movie you're just locked in at 25.
Right.
So if you 25, and I'm 25, and we butt heads like yo. Like you
we can scrap it out.
Yeah, we gonna scrap it out. And so to me, it's like at 45, it's just a matter of like that's a 45-year-old man. That's what, like you know what I'm saying. Like, people will still look at you at 25 like you're a baby. You're a baby. You know what I'm saying? Anybody older is like you're such a baby. You're so young. But at 45, you like this person's been through some things. They've been through plenty of experiences. They kind of got a solid chance to establish. So like at 30, you barely start to establish anything.
Let me tell you something right now.
Depending on who you are.
I'm 25. Yeah, my baby. I will confirm that. Don't call me no baby at 30. I don't care how old you is. You 80.
You a baby.
Oh, you a baby. I'm like, no, man.
We 32 and you a baby.
Nah.
You the baby.
No.
How sees me like that? I love baby. I did the gritty.
Yeah, your jaw has to be more stronger.
Oh yeah, that boy do got a strong jaw. Like, bro, he like a pole. That boy jaw. I'm like, this boy got a strong jaw. He got pit bulls. That boy. I'm like, god damn.
They said his jaw looked like a PT Cruiser.
Oh.
I'm telling you why on the internet.
Right. They did not say that.
Hey, what you mean tell you, bro?
Thomas did not say like a
they got
PT
memes and
Cruiser.
shit on
No.
What you mean tell you, bro?
No, not the baby.
Man, they say he got PT Cruiser jaw.
He bites somebody for real. Like, that's what I heard.
Or you know how you grab someone, you put your chin in their shoulder? I heard that he wrote someone clavicle like that.
Okay. All right. No, but so you say 30. You say you want to lock in at 30.
30, yes. 30 we go. If like 30, I was like right before the time I realized that my body's like started making them noises. I still want to be active, but I also want to be wise enough to like know what's right and what's wrong.
I feel like at 45.
At 45, we ain't got time for the bullshit. You like we gonna be on some shit like
that, and you used to the noises.
You like, I know that. I know.
What's that?
Like 30, like you know what? I did that before. I'm doing shit again because it was fun. 45, you like, man, that's a young kid shit. Y'all go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I forget that idea of fun is different. I feel like, and plus if you 45 and you in good shape, like if you do try to go places, I don't know like, oh, he's 45. Like they go crazy. Like I feel like 45 is such a sweet. Cause I'm like, oh, you're 45. I thought and you know black don't crack. Unless they on crack, that's different. But like, but if you do that, like, yo, if you take care of yourself, like, yo, 45 be dope. Like, you be like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I didn't know you 45. You be getting down. You like,
shout out to Chris Crack too for that. Here's a song.
Shout out to Crack. No, he say shout out to Crack.
And we'll get up for Crack. Crack got Joe in the background.
That shit is so funny, bro. Shout out to Chris Crack for real. That's my favorite thing. He be like, give us the crack. I was like, yo, he's cheering for crack right now. That reminds me, told me his name is Chris Crack. I was like, oh.
No, he's cheering for crack, I'm sure.
Probably. But anyway, either or.
Imagine being 45 doing crack.
I think I'll be good on that. I mean, at the age you at, I mean, you gonna live for 125 years. Like, you You could do some crack and be alright.
45 doing crack is crazy wild.
I don't know what the age limit of crack is, bro.
There is no age limit.
I don't know if they're like, oh, dude, you're 45. You sure you want to do this? Like, I don't think there's like, I don't think, patients over 45 see a doctor. Like, what the fuck,
a responsible drug dealer. He was like, wait a minute, how old are you, bro? You 45?
It might race your heart, man. I just do a little weed. Like,
don't you got high cholesterol? You can't be doing this, bro.
Like, here's some Cheerios. Like,
I need returning customers. You're gonna do this once and die. Like, what you doing?
That's good marketing. No, I
that sadly is.
Like,
imagine crackheads being like, oh, he died on that? Let me get some of that.
Like, can I write crack off of my taxes? Like, sir.
We're not doing that.
Sir,
no.
Sir, I have receipts. Like, okay, all right.
Having receipts for... I'm not.
He do business in the suburbs. Like, hey, you forgot your receipt. Like,
what would you expense it as?
Huh?
What would you expense it as?
Entertainment.
No, groceries.
No, entertainment medicine.
Medicine?
Medical, yeah, medical. It's medical.
That's crazy.
It's medical, bro. It's medical, bro.
That's all I can do is laugh. That's crazy.
That's what we need, right?
I mean, technically.
Yeah, it'd be medical.
Oh.
What?
What if you work at a job and they give you weed? That's a tax write-off for real.
Like a dispensary?
No, it's a normal job. At CVS or some shit. We have the new weed product. We need people to try it. Sign me up, Skip.
But I usually don't do this, but I guess. But you already blazed up, I guess.
I would want to live to 100, and the age I would want to stop, like the age I want to live forever in is 30.
30.
I didn't say mine to answers directly, so I wanted to.
Yeah, I can cut you off. That's cool.
No, actually,
it's cool.
I was
No, it's cool. You always trying to get my point. No, it's cool.
So movies we gotta watch this weekend is Nymphomaniac Vol.1. Does King Kong and Mortal Kombat come out this week?
I feel like King Kong does. King Kong out every week.
I need to watch Skull Island. I see it. I see what you're doing. I need to watch Skull Island. That's the first one, right?
That's the second one.
What's the first one?
King Kong.
The black and white version?
Oh, there that too. But no, I think the first one's called King Kong. Then there was Jurassic Park. Then there's King Kong.
No, I heard what you said. I just was like, no, he didn't mean that. He kept going.
There's King Kong. Then I think there is King Kong Skull Island.
King Nikolai?
You call me?
No, we're not. No.
You said, see?
You want that one. You want it.
You tried it.
I give you
that. You tried it. So King Kong, if that comes out, we still have to finish watching the Oscar joints. I want to watch.
Oh yeah.
The Father.
Promising Young Lady. Minari. That's the three we gotta watch.
Yep, you gotta watch those. And I think it's just about the anime I want to watch. But
Attack on Titan is about to end.
I think it's today, don't it?
And tomorrow. Well, yeah.
Yeah, this weekend.
But I don't think from what I know, it's not gonna be enough time. I hope y'all know when that shit
Will
ends.
it be in time?
Go ahead.
Episode 152 of Cleaning Dishes. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If it's your first time with us, welcome. If it's your last time or your 152nd time with us, welcome back. If it's your last time, fuck you. No, I'm playing no, but thank you for tuning in. You can catch me on at Mr. Fantastic on Instagram and Twitter. You can catch this guy,
T. Usrino Jr. on Instagram and Twitter as well.
Catch the podcast on Twitter, Instagram at Cleaning Dishes. You can also check us on our website, cleaningdishespodcast.com. That's I don't know how to spell it. cleaningdishespodcast.com. Check out the Towology brand.
TAUOLGY.com/shop. Shirts there available. The homie just bought some too. I gotta check that out.
Okay, thank you. Shout out to the homie. You want to shout out to the homie or no?
Yeah, Carlos.
Oh, I need food shout out.
I told you already.
You'll
be listening to me, bro.
I'm just shout out to them. Taking okay, yay. Shout out to the scrub bud. And, boom, 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 boom. Show love. Anyway.
I realized I was wrong, but I'm not gonna admit it. So nah.
Okay.
You don't finish close inside that.
This has been episode 152. Thank you guys. Clean your hands, clean your face, wear your mask. You might want to wear some gloves. Maybe double up on the mask if you have to get that antibacterial for your hands. Maybe get some wipes. No. Clean your plate. Peace.
Remember it said in the barbershop, COVID is over.
Peace.